Hi everyone!
Hi everyone.
Welcome back to our channel. I know we're a little late with our Universal YUMS box this month, but it has been an incredibly busy week this week. We got our box on Monday and it's been non-stop all week long. So we finally had a chance to sit down and start filming these again. Like last month, we have 20 YUMS. So we're going to do 5 nights, 4 YUMS a night. So there will be 5 videos in this series. This time. Our Universal YUMS box is from the UK. So congratulations to anyone that guessed from the clue from last month. And we are going to the United Kingdom. So that's going to feature 4 countries. Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and England. So it's kind of like a 4-in-1 box this month, which is going to be fun and interesting. So for those of you that weren't with us last month we did Taiwan, and how we did it was the exact way that we like to enjoy our box. We treat it like a little date night. Each month, we get the Universal YUMS box monthly. We do subscribe to the Super YUMS box, so we get extra treats in it. We get a whole bunch because we do enjoy sharing with friends and family as well. That can't really maybe afford it, but do enjoy it. So we kind of like to share the love. And that's kind of like what we like to do with this video series as well. Night 1, we usually read from the booklet that they give us. This booklet contains just facts, fun facts about the country or countries that we're eating, the snacks that we're eating, some fun games. This one has a recipe in it, trivia questions. So we're going to read the first page with you guys, give us a little introduction to this month's box, and we're going to do the trivia questions tonight and then taste 4 treats, and then we'll read a little bit more of the book tomorrow when we taste 4 more treats. So thanks for joining us, and I hope you enjoy our first 4 times the YUMS. So it's like a bonus box. All right. Prepare for quadruple the fun for this month's box, because we're heading on a delicious trip through the United Kingdom. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are 4 distinctly different countries, all united under one common government, meaning you'll get to taste not 1, but 4 different countries this month. And with different countries come different cuisines, and you'll soon discover, from snappy butter toffee to crunchy shortbread and pickled onion chips. There's something different from every destination. Boy, I'm not doing too well. And no shortage of unique and surprising flavors waiting for you. But of course, the food isn't the only thing that's unique to this diverse community. Besides being the new home of the Meghan Markle, the UK is a place where many inventions have been created, wars have been fought, and businesses have been started. We'll share with you some of this rich history, as well as the deep traditions that have sprung from it. We might not be sharing anything new, though. The British have a knack for readily spreading their creations throughout the world, from iconic sports to games like to classic literature and modern music. You may be surprised to learn just how much of our culture today has been influenced by the United Kingdom. So, without further ado, a phrase that comes from the British, let's start exploring the great nation of the United Kingdom. With 4 unique countries and 4 times the flavor, we bet when it's all over, you'll be saying yum, 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 yum. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay, I was just reading. There was a little warning about allergy information and extra steps that Universal YUMS is taking to allow to alert customers on allergy information, which is great. So let's get started with the trivia. True or false? Another name for the UK is Great Britain.
True.
Is that true? I thought that was just England. I'll go false. I'm not been out of high school for too long. Number 2. The UK recently named blank as its national dish. A, fish and chips. B, chicken pad thai. C, chicken tahiki masala. or D, shepherd's pie? Fish and chips?
I'm going to say fish and chips.
Big Ben is the name of London's famous A, bell, B, clock, C, lake, D, statue.
Clock.
The Tower of London must keep 6 blank at all times. A, cats, B, bottles of champagne, C, ravens, D, cans of beans. The Tower of London must keep 6.
For some reason, I'm going with bottles of champagne.
I'm leaning that way too. I know it's no fun, but I think nothing else makes sense.
Yeah.
In the UK, every horse is required to have A, a middle name, B, air-conditioned stables, C, a passport, or D, horseshoes at all times.
I'm going to say horseshoes at all times.
I guess horseshoes. That one makes the most sense. But just to be fun, I'll go with A, a middle name. Which sport was invented in the UK? Polo, golf, fencing, or racquetball? Fencing?
I'm going to say golf.
All right. So let's go to the trivia answers. And the first one was true or false. Another name for the UK's Great Britain. False.
Oh, no.
I was right. I thought so. Though it's a common mistake, these two names aren't exactly interchangeable. The United Kingdom and Great Britain are two different entities. The UK includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, while Great Britain includes only England, Scotland, and Wales. Oh, so I wasn't even fully right in that. The next one. The UK recently named blank as its national dish. Chicken Tahiki masala?
Wow. That one's
Wait,
a little
what?
surprising.
While fish and chips was a hot contender, the country recently voted chicken Tahiki masala as its official national dish. Believe it or not, the spice curry is actually invented in Britain. As the story goes, a restaurant guest received a dry chicken dish and demanded a gravy to accompany it. So the chef quickly prepared a sauce with tomatoes and spices, and it was clearly a hit.
Yeah, see, that doesn't make much sense to me, but okay.
No. All right. Big Ben is the name of London's famous
Clock.
bell.
What?
A bell. Confused again? This colossal tower
Yes,
is one
very.
This colossal tower is one of London's most well-known landmarks, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. The name Big Ben doesn't really refer to the clock, but to the massive 13-ton bell inside, which rings every hour. Who knew?
Okay.
I didn't know. The Tower of London must keep 6 blank at all times. Ravens. Wow. As decreed by Charles II, there must be at least 6 ravens on the grounds of the Tower of London at any given time. Ancient legend has it that if the birds were to leave, the tower would crumble and the whole monarchy would fall. To play it safe, the tower usually keeps a total of 8 ravens on the property, just in case. Okay. In the UK, every horse is required to have a passport. I was going to say that, but then I was like, why would they need a passport? You read that right. Horses, donkeys, ponies, and even zebras all need a valid horse passport in the UK. This small booklet identifies the animal by gender, height, and species, and must be carried with the animal at all times. If owners fail to provide this vital document, they would face unlimited fines. So there's certainly no horsing around when it comes to this rule. All right, number 6. Which sport was invented in the UK? Golf. All right. So we pretty much both got one right, but
yeah.
You got more of one right. The popular 18-hole sport was invented in Scotland in the 15th century, when players would hit pebbles over the sand dunes with sticks. In 1457, the sport was banned by King James II. It was I was interrupting his archery practice. But it was legalized again in 1502. Today, golf has spread far beyond the UK, becoming a top sport in the US and many other countries around the world. Pretty awesome. We really stink. That was some of the worst trivia we've ever done in all of our boxes.
United Kingdom.
All right, so we're going right into snacking, the best part. And the first snack we're going to try today are these. Again, it's a pretty big size bag. Last month we used my head for comparison, so might as well do it again. So it's pretty big. It is not telling me how many ounces. It's a lot of ounces. All right. So these are jalapeno and sour cream bites. Excuse me. Jalapeno and sour cream potato snack. If intense chili eating competitions weren't really your thing, don't worry. Despite its outward appearance, this next yum is perfect for you. The bag might say jalapeno on the front, but trust us, these peppery puffs are as mellow as they come. With each bite, you'll get all the fresh zest of jalapeno, plus the coolness of sour cream. For a uniquely flavorful treat, minus the heat. It's the perfect snack for everyone, fans of peppers or not, to enjoy. Plus, even in the highly unlikely event that you are a fan, you can still enjoy popping these fun snacks into your fingertips because, come on, who could resist that? So it's like, kind of like a bugle. You can have fun with it.
Sounds good.
All right, and we always like to smell first, so it smells a little spicy.
It smells a little spicy. Smells
corny.
Good. Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be potatoes, though. Yeah. All right, so this is what they look like. Little rings. Kind of fit on my pinky. All right, you ready?
All right, let's go.
Definitely get the jalapeno flavor, but it's not intense, not very mild. Just, it's basically the flavor of jalapeno without the heat of the jalapeno.
Right.
Kind of reminds me of
that corn flavor too.
Jalapeno popper.
Yeah.
Because with the sour cream, it's kind of like the cream cheese and a jalapeno popper. They're good. I like them.
Go.
Legit right down my shirt.
No, they are good. Not bad.
Really tastes like a jalapeno popper to me. It actually tastes more like a jalapeno popper flavor than like chips or something that you buy that say they're jalapeno popper flavor.
That tastes too.
It's not,
or
those
sour
aren't
cream, I mean.
claiming to taste like that, but they taste more like that than those that claim it. All right, so next, we did get a lot of savory things in this box this month, but how we decide what we're going to eat is I try to just divide everything into the categories and the amount of things, so 4 categories, and I have it lined up, and I make him pick a number. And whatever number he picks, I grab that thing in that category. So that's how we randomly draw what we eat each night. Sometimes we tweak it so we're not having 2 hard candies or 2 of the same kind of flavor. So we got more sweet tonight than savory, but there are 7, I think 7 savory snacks in this. So we're gonna be savoring it up one night, pretty hardcore. So next we're going to have cookies, but I can't find them in my box. Here we go, page 1. All right, so next we're going to be trying these. And I was so excited. I love cookies. Big box again. Does this tell me my ounces? Yes, it says 3.2 ounces. And these are Deans of Huntley's shortbread. Chocolate chip butter shortbread. Prepare yourself. These shortbread cookies are about as short as it gets. And we're not just talking about their cute mini shape. You see, when it comes to baked goods, the word short means crumbly, which is a texture that can only be achieved with large amounts of fat. That's why the fat added to pastries is called shortening. Scottish shortbread is widely regarded as one of the best in the world, incorporating high percentages of butter for for that perfect melt in your mouth short texture. This traditional Scottish shortbread is made from a premium butter recipe with a sprinkling of rich chocolate chips for one seriously addictive masterpiece. Come to think of it, there's one other thing that's short about these cookies: the time it'll take you to devour them. Which is true. I am a cookie monster. I love cookies. Even says on the box, melt in the mouth, baked by hand. Cheese and crackers, hard to open. All right. Woo!
Wow, look at that.
It looks like a tray of baked cookies.
Oh, the boys are excited now.
Oh, there's Peterman. Hey, Pete.
Did I say cookies?
I know. You're just like your mama. Love the cookies. Oh, my darling. These are just too adorable. Here, I'll pop one out for you. Do you have a hand?
Yeah.
You have all dogs on your lap. All right. So this is them. See some texture in there. That's how thick they are. So they're nice little bite cookies. A little bit bigger than the mini like chocolate chip cookies that you get in those little tubs. It's probably about twice that size. All right, let's smell.
Yes.
Ooh.
Smells good.
Smells like really good chocolate.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Mmm. Oh yeah, I will be definitely enjoying these with a hot cup of tea or coffee. They have a very nice, mild, buttery, rich flavor, which is, the chocolate chips are not, it's not like a strong chocolate chip flavor. They're really like a complement flavor to the butteriness of the cookie. I think they're delicious.
Yeah, I agree. They're very good.
Surprise, Denise likes cookies.
It's kind of crumble in your mouth as you're biting them, and you know, yeah, like you said, a nice buttery type of flavor. Kind of like there's like a, I wouldn't say there's a moistness to them, but they're not dry either. You know.
It's rich from the butter.
Yeah.
All right, next up. This little thing. So it's still pretty big. Oh, that's Sheldon. They live such a hard life.
Oh yeah.
All right, Walker's Non-Such Dreamy Creamy English Toffee Bar. Sit up straight, brush off your clothes, and put on your best smile. Because we will now introduce you to the Queen of England, or at least the Queen's favorite toffee. Made by one of England's most renowned toffee companies, Walker's Non-Such, this famous buttery treat dates all the way back to the 1800s. Founder Edward Joseph Walker began making toffee in a small candy shop in Stoke-on-Trent, Longton. His shop quickly became a hit amongst locals with his unique slab toffee, which needed to be broken into pieces with a special hammer. I didn't know we needed the toolbox this month. Today, Walker's traditional toffee is still made using the same family recipe. Milk, butter, and molasses are heated to 300 degrees Fahrenheit and then formed into solid blocks. And just like in the tiny shops, this toffee bar is meant to be whacked. To break it into pieces. Not to worry though, as this yum isn't overly hard and brittle like most taffies. It's just firm enough to crack, yet soft and creamy enough to melt in your mouth. So, do as the Queen must do when she eats this toffee and get whacking. Oh, this is going to be fun. All right. Excuse me while I whack the toffee on the coffee table. I think that did a good job.
I think it did.
My whacking skills are on point. when it comes to my candy.
I think the queen would be proud of you.
She would be proud. Ooh. All right, so here's, ooh, like 2 little pieces. So here's 2 little chunks from my whack. Oh my darling. Oh, it smells like the caramel on a caramel apple. Oh.
Let's go.
I'm already excited. Mmm. Excuse us while we chew.
It might be a while.
I'm gonna pause while we work on this. Welcome back.
Yeah, we're back.
I'm glad we paused and took a break for that because we were laughing at ourselves in the camera that wasn't recording because we looked like 2 horses chewing on bubble gum. It was pretty funny and amusing to us. But it did take a little while to get down, but it was so worth it. That was incredible. That was so good, so rich, creamy, buttery.
Really did remind me of a candy apple, like, you know, the outside one. So.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good. All right, so moving right along. Our last treat is a little candy. We did get 5, so every night we'll be doing a wrapper candy like this. It's 2 colors. And this is the Cur Royal Chews. Black currant and champagne flavored candy. Contains no alcohol. Cheers! This colorful candy is made to taste like Cur Royal, a French cocktail containing champagne and blackcurrant liqueur. Why does it belong to the UK box, you ask? Because of the quintessential British ingredient, blackcurrant. This tiny, deep purple candy is one of the UK's most popular fruits. Not candy. It's used heavily throughout their cuisine and also exported to other European countries to mix in their drinks. As prevalent as blackcurrant is in Europe, an astonishing 99% of Americans have never tried it, unless they're universal YUMS customers. We had it in our Pakistani box last year. For the uninitiated, blackcurrant is a small fruit similar to the blueberry, but much more tart and far less sweet. Because of that, blackcurrant is used mainly for baking and cooking, rather than eating raw. We like other uses too, like making them into these delicious, tasty candies. So here's yours. This looks like another chewy one. I don't know if we'll have to pause again, but here's a little peek about it out of the wrapper. Reminds me a little bit of like a Starburst looking, or those from the 80s and the 90s. Those
smells like fruit too, huh?
Bonkers candies. Oh yeah, it smells good. Almost grape-like, like blueberry meets grape, which is kind of like what it says, I guess.
Maybe a little raspberry too. No?
Yeah, a little berry. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Mmm. Mmm. We're gonna pause again while we chew. Sorry. I didn't think you wanted to see that either. That was really good. It was really fruity.
Oh yeah.
A little creaminess in there. I didn't get any flavor of champagne. I usually pick out a flavor like that.
It's very fruity.
Very fruity. Reminded me of like fruit roll up. Like a different, like a grape flavored fruit roll up, berry flavored fruit roll up.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was good. It was all good things tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So in our Universal YUMS box, we get our scorecard. Has a picture of all of the treats that we'll be tasting, and then at the end we like to rank them. So we give it a scale on a scale of 1 to 10, and then we pick at the very end after we finish our whole box which ones we liked for the best yum, runner-up yum, worst yum, and most unusual. So, the first thing we tried, the jalapeno crunchy things.
7.5.
I'm going to go with a solid 7. They could have been a little more flavorful. It was good flavor, but it wasn't a very strong flavor. Next thing was the shortbread cookies.
7.
I'll give those a 7.5. They were really good. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
The next thing, that toffee. Oh my gosh. It was a good night. This first night of UK is way better than first night of Taiwan.
Yeah,
if you want to check
by
that
far.
one out, go ahead. Go back through our other videos. First
Yeah.
night one of Taiwan was pretty interesting. The toffee. I already know
Let's
what I'm
say
doing.
6.5.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, just because I'm not a fan of sweets,
8.
really.
8.
Yeah.
8. All right. And then the black currant and champagne flavored candy.
Have to go with a 7 on this. I mean, it's good, and you know, somebody that actually likes sweets would probably rate it higher. I'm just not a sweets fan.
I'm gonna go at 7. It was good. I did enjoy the flavor. But it's not something I could see myself going back to. Like that toffee, I can eat that all the time. I could totally see that. But the black currant candy, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was delicious, but it's not like something I would eat a lot often. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Join us tomorrow for night 2 of the United Kingdom. We're going to be trying 4 more of our treats. So we're going to have 5 videos in our UK series, and we would love for you to join the ride. And if you haven't seen the last month's box, go ahead, go back and watch those videos. It was a lot of fun, really enjoyable, and we hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.